Conversation between Ayman Siddiq and Salman Muqtadir about the process of rain from clouds.
Hey Salman, I've been curious about how exactly rain forms and falls from clouds. Could you explain the process to me?
Sure, Ayman. It's a fascinating process involving several steps. Let's break it down. First, it starts with the sun heating up water bodies on the Earth's surface. This causes water to evaporate and rise into the atmosphere.
Right, I've heard about evaporation. So the water vapor rises, and then what happens?
Once the water vapor rises, it starts to cool down as it reaches higher altitudes where the air is cooler. When the water vapor cools, it condenses around tiny particles like dust or pollen in the air, forming tiny water droplets. This process is called condensation.
Interesting. So, these tiny droplets are what form clouds, right?
Exactly. These tiny droplets come together to form clouds. Over time, more and more droplets condense, and the cloud gets thicker and heavier. When the droplets combine and grow large enough, they overcome the resistance of the air and start to fall as precipitation. This is what we see as rain.
That makes sense. But why do we get different types of precipitation, like snow or hail, instead of just rain?
Good question. The type of precipitation depends on the temperature of the air. If the air is cold enough, the water droplets can freeze and form snowflakes or hailstones. Snow forms when temperatures are below freezing throughout the entire atmosphere. Hail forms when there are strong updrafts in a thunderstorm, causing the droplets to be lifted repeatedly into colder regions of the atmosphere where they freeze and grow larger before falling.
That's pretty cool. So the whole process is driven by temperature changes and air currents.
Exactly. The water cycle is a continuous process driven by the energy from the sun and the movement of air currents. It's a perfect example of how interconnected and dynamic our planet's systems are.
Thanks, Salman. That was a great explanation. It's amazing how such a complex process results in something as common as rain.
You're welcome, Ayman. Nature has a way of making complex processes look effortless. It's always fascinating to learn more about how it all works.
Thanks for joining with us. For inspiring, please like, follow, share, comments, and subscribe.